Hi, Ken. This is David again. Okay, here's my thought on amusement. Now, I don't own an amusement park. Someday I'd like to have my own amusement park, maybe my own city, and I'd call it Heartbeat City. And anyhow, my thoughts on amusement this morning are this. I used to think, gosh, you got to have a fancy movie, because I'd look at Disneyland, I think, man, they've got all these sweet movies and they've put them all together and they're still great. They'll always be great. And I don't have anything like that. All what I have is the fact that they prepared them and they look really cool, and I like them, and my kids like them. I think I'll always like them. And so you might think, well, that's amusement, and it is. And it's been around for a long time, But here's some other things that are amusing and that you can begin to incorporate into your own personal ideas on amusement, and that I might be able to incorporate into my future city, Heartbeat City, when I build it. People are in and of themselves, people are amusing. And I think sometimes we allow ourselves to, think, oh, well, that person's boring. But if you slow down and realize how boring you are, you'll begin to realize that, no, people aren't necessarily boring. It's just our perception at different times. We may think, oh, well, this person's boring. I've thought that throughout my, at different times in my life, well, that person's boring. But what was really going on is self-centeredness. I was kind of focused on myself, and therefore I was blind to how interesting the other people, how interesting the person and the people around me were, because I was more, focused on myself, thinking, well, I'm really interested. So, anyhow, people are in and of themselves, people are very fascinating. And if you do people watching, you take the time to slow down, just sit still, look around you, you can draw all sorts of neat little observations from God's children. So, some of his children are very, good looking, there's handsome men, there's beautiful women. Some are really funny looking, some are just born, funny looking for different reasons, I suppose, or for whatever reasons, I don't know. But some are funny looking, some kind of look creepy, some look kind of, silly. And so those are little interesting things, and they're amusing. And so a good looking person can be amusing, in that, you can have like a Gaston type character, which is just overly focused on their good looks, right? You can have girls that do the same thing, right? And so all of those things in and of themselves are amusing. You can find really, really thin people. You can find really, really fat people. You can find, there's just like no limit. I would say there's like an infinite supply of variety of people on this planet. Just tons of different types of people. Those things are amusing. And then also within nature, animals are amusing. The way animals function and do things are amusing. Wildlife is amusing, both in the human realm and in the realm of nature. And so all of those things are interesting. And then there's got to be a way to kind of capture that and put it into stories, or make it into movies. But as I go through my Facebook newsfeed, I think to myself, I just don't ever get bored of my friends. My friends post stuff, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what it is that they're necessarily posting. But I'll kind of read through it, and I think, oh, it's kind of interesting. And even if it's not very interesting, I still read through it sometimes. And so then you realize, well, we're always kind of entertaining and amusing each other. And that's kind of funny, and it's kind of fun. And so there's different ways that amusement occurs. Sometimes people go out and they'll act, intentionally act to be amusing. And that's amusing sometimes. And sometimes it's really annoying. And so there's just got to be a balance in the way that you go about amusing one another and entertaining one another. But if you find that balance, you can have a lot of fun with it, and probably never get bored of it ever. It's just a perpetual kind of infinite supply of entertainment and amusement, and you can just take your time, be in no hurry, be in no rush, and just do whatever, and people will find it entertaining. So like, for example, this video here, I'm coming up on 5 minutes, it says here. Now, I probably could have summed this up in, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. But this one's, over 5 minutes. And so you will find that some people will take the time to watch this. Yesterday, the church posted an hour-long video of Brother Otterson, who's like the church's public affairs director. And I thought to myself, as soon as I have Wi-Fi, I'm going to take the time to go through that, and I'll spend the hour to watch it. Why? Because I've followed some of Brother Otterson's posts previously, and I thought, hey, they're kind of cool. I like the way he communicates. Sounds like he's got a British accent. He's a convert to the church. And so there's just little things here and there that we can grab from Brother Otterson, also from the church, the way the church does things. And those things are interesting, they're fun to learn about, and they're amusing and entertaining. The church is amusing and entertaining as an organization as well. And so you just learn to find balance in all of those things, and find balance in the amusement and the entertainment in which we are going about more or less constantly amongst each other is doing. So that puts us at about 6 minutes and 26 seconds, or 28 seconds now. And I'm going to sign off here. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.